Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on the 20th of July 2025, bright and early that morning, my colleagues and I proudly took part in the 49-kilometre Sunbuild top-end Gran Fondo. This year marked the 14th edition of the top-end Gran Fondo, now the largest competitive cycling event in the region. The Northern Territory Government proudly supported the event with a $50,000 grant to make sure that the traffic management was all up to speed, ready for the 500 cyclists who took part in that fantastic event. Every politician who participates in the Gran Fondo is proudly sponsored by Julian Barry from Darwin Family Law, and he's an absolute legend, as well as obviously organising the whole event and being involved with Darwin Cycling Club. But that $500 for each politician gets to go to a charity of our choice, and I can tell you what, it makes all the pain and suffering of riding your bike nearly 50 kilometres worth it, Madam Speaker. I was only just. I was very proud to again this year, and it was my fourth Gran Fondo ride for Autism NT. Minister Maley rode for the Howard Springs Scouts. Minister Burgoyne rode for the Breast Cancer Council. Minister Cull rode for Total Recreation. Member for Blaine rode for Salvation Army. Member for Casuarina rode for Amber NT, and he had the most challenging ride of all of us, Madam Speaker, and he'll be investing in a new bike next year. And Minister Charles was a marshal and supported the Down Syndrome NT Association, which is fantastic. And it brought riders together from right around the nation, right around the territory. It's always an excellent event. You could do anything from 5 kilometres to a 135-kilometre challenge, and there was a 25% increase this year in novice and family riders, demonstrating that this event really is an inclusive one and for all Territorians. It exceeded expectations, attracting 500 cyclists, which was huge, and I thank the Deputy Chief Minister. He's my riding buddy every year. We tag along together, and at most points he's dragging me along in, what do they call the draft? In the draft, I like to get there in the draft, and he drags me up the hills. So it was good. And it's a highlight of the year. This year was the first time it involved the Hidden Valley Raceway, and the Deputy Chief Minister and I were very, very lucky. The man put the witches' hats out to go up there right as they cut off the limit of people who had to do the extra loop at Hidden Valley, and we got to miss out, which we were thrilled about at the time because we were pretty exhausted by that point. Cycling's a great sport. It really promotes fitness, health and well-being, and it's just a great thing to be involved in. Congratulations to first place on the 135-kilometre race to Jordan Mizsad with a time of 3 hours, 30 minutes and 37 seconds, which is unbelievably fast. The 92-kilometre race was won by Matthew Jones with a time of 2 hours, 36 minutes and 32 seconds. Just to give you an idea, the Deputy Chief Minister and I did 43 Ks in about 2 hours. So Matthew Jones did 92 in about the same amount of time. In the 49-kilometre race, first place went to Michael Menderdew with 1 hour, 26 minutes and 28 seconds. And the 15-kilometre race went to Murray Darker with 35 minutes and 41 seconds. And the 5-kilometre race went to Jasmine King with a time of 15 minutes and 34 seconds. So well done to everyone. Well done to Julian. Thank you to all the sponsors. Northern Territory Major Events, Darwin Family Law, of course, Sunbuild, the naming sponsor, AANT Salary Packaging, EcoOz, Environmental Consulting, Impex, and congratulations to everyone who participated. It truly is a wonderful event, and we look forward to seeing you next year, and the member for Casuarina will have a new shiny bike by that time. Madam Speaker, I had the pleasure of attending the GTNT Group Awards. This event was hosted by Mindle Beach Casino and Resort, and it was a beautiful dry season evening where I joined 450 other fellow Territorians from the education and training sector, small and large businesses, and my parliamentary colleagues, and the trainees and apprentices and supervisors who this event is celebrating and all about. There was representation right around the territory, from 17-year-old apprentices and trainees to more mature age apprentices, and people from Groot Island, Tennant Creek, Catherines, Alice Springs, Yulara, and of course Darwin. There were people from right around the territory to celebrate excellence. These awards, of course, recognise the achievements of GTNT Group apprentices, trainees, students, supervisors and host businesses, as well as 36 years of employing and supporting thousands of apprentices and trainees around the territory. Congratulations to Apprentice of the Year, Abby Ayres, who is hosted by South 32 Gemco. Trainee of the Year, Tani Henderson, hosted by Charles Darwin University. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander of the Year, awarded to Kathleen Hawes, hosted by Voyages Indigenous Tourism Australia. School-based Apprentice Trainee of the Year went to Aaron Cochrane, hosted by CSA Contracting, NT Auto Electrical and Air Conditioning. Host Business of the Year for Small Employer was awarded to Ausbuild NT, and Host Business of the Year for Large Employer was awarded to Territory Generation. There's plenty of sponsors who helped make it all happen, so huge thank you to Calvert, Hot 100, NT News, Mindle Beach Casino and Resort, Master Builders NT, Charles Darwin University TAFE, Mates in Construction, NEC, Nooralungang Rise Education and Training, Northern Territory Chamber of Commerce, Bridge Toyota, Rotary District 9560, Isaac NT, Northern Territory Government, of course, Cultural Journeys, NT Power Lines Electrical, Kinetic IT, YouthWorks NT, Territory Generation, National Association of Women in Construction, Want Training Services and Prelude FLNG Joint Venture Partners, as well as GTNT Foundation, Max Fredericks, Amiable Communications, North Australia Media, BizNorth, SLM, Social Playground, Coleman's, Darwin City Hotel, All About Party Harron Events, the Light Up Letter Co. NT and Ed's Engraving. So you can see there is many people who make an awards night like this possible. Big thanks to GTNT Group CEO Catherine Stenson and Chairman of the Board Chris Lay, and all of the staff and volunteers who do a wonderful job promoting the excellence and talent that we have right across the Northern Territory, and to my colleagues for attending on the evening. It was a truly memorable and wonderful event we look forward to next year. Madam Speaker, tomorrow young Olivia Mullen is going to be competing in the prestigious Champion of Champions tournament in Lougherne, Northern Ireland, Lougherne for Hansard, which is amazing. Her mum and dad, Rachel and Jamie, are incredibly proud, as is the entire family at the Palmerston Golf Club, and everyone's behind her for tomorrow. She's at this massive tournament, and her family have certainly put the thanks out to Fiona from Ray White, Holly Trembath, Jacob Rawlings, Palmerston Golf and Country Club, particularly Barney Ray, Hello World Travel Darwin for assisting with flights, Johnny, Sumi and the Lay family for supporting her to achieve her dreams. So I think, Olivia, the whole Territory is behind you tomorrow, and we hope that it's a really memorable and exciting event, and of course that you do well, but if you don't, you're an absolute champion in all of our eyes in any event, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise this evening to adjourn on a wonderful event that I had the pleasure of taking part in recently, being the top end Gran Fondo. For the last 5 years, I've had the pleasure in taking part in the Gran Fondo, and thanks to the generosity of Julian Barry from Darwin Family Law Firm, raised much needed funds for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Over the last 5 years, over $2,500 has been able to be raised and donated thanks to Julian's generosity and support of what is known as the Polly Pedal, where members of Parliament are encouraged to take part in the event by Julian and raise funds for their charity of choice. I want to sincerely thank Julian. What some may see as a simple gesture has meant more than words can describe to my family and I. My mother suffered from breast cancer not once but twice, Madam Speaker. My mum and I always reflect on how lucky we are to still have her with us, and after all these years, this small gesture by Julian is very much appreciated. To the event organisers, I say thank you. Every year the event is well planned out, and I cannot fault the organisers. I would like to also thank the sponsors of the event, notably the naming rights sponsor Sunbuild and Neil Sunners, who after having a big birthday celebration the night before, got to the start line and completed the course himself in good time, Madam Speaker.